Birdhouse. So this is something, this kind of grass.
The bee.
Ooh, there's a bee. Honeybee. Bees are our friends. Brown thrasher. This reddish brown bird with a heavily streaked breast frequents farm fields, thickets, and the edges of woodlands. Listen for it thrashing among fallen leaves in search of insects. Though it prefers the ground, the male may be heard singing boldly from an open perch.
White-tailed deer.
Those are a common sight.
This large mammal can adapt to a variety of habitats and is found from swamps to forests to mountains. It feeds on leaves and twigs as well as acorns. An excellent jumper, this agile animal runs from predators with his tail up, revealing the bright white underside as a warning to other deer.
Somewhere along the 16th century, I lost count of the times I've seen that deer. They're everywhere. Beautiful, beautiful animals.
When we were at Kids Cove, we saw a bunch really close up.
Yes. Here's another longleaf pine. Pretty sure those are longleaf pines. The trail is well marked. I hear a woodpecker. I see him. That tree right there. The first little crook out to the side as it's coming up. You can't see him on the camera, I'm sure.
That might be the other kind, like not the red-headed one.
Right. Smilax. You may have been caught by the twisting, thorny vines of this common climbing plant. There are over 20 species of smilax of greenbrier or greenbrier, most growing in the southeast. Also called catbrier, the vine's hooked thorns resemble a cat's claw and leave cat-like scratches on the skin. The berries are an important food for birds, while the leaves are eaten by deer.
Winged sumac. Native to eastern North America, this member of the cashew family is usually a bushy branch shrub, but occasionally grows to a small tree. The leaves turn shades of red, purple, and brown in fall. The dull red hairy fruit persists through the winter and provides food for wildlife. It is commonly found along fence rows, marsh edges, and old fields.
Nice.
Is that this here? Is that this here?
I'm not sure.
Well, winged sumac. Must be this, right?
Look at the branch here in between the leaves. That's kind of flared out. So let's look for that. Something. Yeah, maybe so. It does have some flare outs in between the leaves.
What's that?
I have seen it before, but I am not sure what it is.
It's not maple.
It does look mapley, but I don't know for sure.
Coyote. Although my mom was British and she would pronounce it coyote. Looking like a medium-sized dog, this relative of the gray wolf is gray or reddish gray in color. Mainly nocturnal, it is most active at night but can be seen anytime. The coyote is a true scavenger, eating almost anything that is available, especially small rodents and rabbits. It is often heard at night, a chorus of howls, barks, yaps, and wails.
Fun. Let me know if you see a roadrunner.
Beep, beep.
More blackberries. Not the first time, I've been seeing them all along the way. Ooh, look, a fire ant bed. Pretty sure those are fire ants. We'll just make our way away from that ant hill. Red fox. You big dummy. Though named red, this fox is normally reddish yellow. There are color variations, including the silver fox with white-tipped black hair, active at night and early morning and late afternoon. This striking member of the dog family prefers a mix of forest and open areas. This opportunistic omnivore enjoys an array of food, from insects to rabbits, along with berries and fruit.
See, if you camped in the little hut, you could get up early.
Ooh.
And try to see the foxes and then go home and take it.
Oh. Yeah, that's the thing I hadn't thought of. You could see, come out here like at sun up.
Yes, then sundown. Bobcat. This relative of the lynx is about twice the size of an ordinary house cat with a short tail. It is mostly nocturnal or active at night. Rabbits are its most common prey, but it also eats other small mammals and birds. The female makes her den in caves and hollow logs. The bobcat has adapted to humans and can be found in a variety of habitats, including swamps and forests.
The camera of the future will have a function to where when it knows what you're looking at and you see something of interest a good ways off, it'll automatically zoom in there, like in the TV shows. Work on that, AI. Turkey vulture. This large dark brown bird of prey is often seen soaring slowly with wings held out in a shallow V. It may eat some live prey, but its main food is carrion, or dead animals. With its bald red head, it is named for its superficial resemblance to a wild turkey.
Bald eagle, no way.
This majestic bird is our national symbol and national success story. Eagle populations were once in serious decline. Pesticides caused reproduction problems and habitat was lost to development. With protection, this large raptor now flourishes across the country. The adult is identified by its white head and tail and brownish black body.
I know this for a fact because in 1976, I was in 3rd grade. It was the bicentennial of America, and we were given these plaster of Paris eagles to paint. And we learned about the eagle, and it's like, these are going extinct. Like, the idea of ever seeing one in person was like off the table, and now that you can see them, it's amazing.
Yeah, I've seen them like over the Chattahoochee River. It's like they're just there, like, hey, what's up? So pretty out here, and since it's South Georgia and so close to Florida, I'm really glad kind of that it's overcast, because it would be baking out
Yeah, it's
here.
not hot today. Honeybees, we saw one of these. Several thousand honeybees are living in this man-made hive. Their wax home consists of vertical combs which serve as storage space, nursery, food, and shelter. When the colony grows too large for the hive, the older bees will swarm and form a new colony. And then you got your three: queen, drone, and worker.
In this man-made hive, where's the hive?
I don't see a hive. Unless this whole place has got a hive somewhere.
Could be. Yeah, I don't see
I
it.
don't think they would have a beehive right on the trail.
Ruby-throated hummingbird with metallic green above and iridescent white below. The jewel-like coloration of this brilliant bird is stunning. The ruby red hue of the male's throat lends the species its name. A high metabolism forces this tiny bird to feed all day. It uses its long, slender bill to collect nectar and catch insects for added protein. You can spot this beautiful bird in backyard gardens, orchards, and woodlands throughout the eastern United States. Looks like we have a swamp up here. Now that we're next to a body of water, the Cottonmouth. This venomous snake is often found in lowlands where it feeds on fish, frogs, birds, small mammals, and other snakes. This dangerous reptile closely resembles several other non-venomous water snakes. It will sometimes throw its head up and back, revealing the white interior of the mouth, which gives it its name. If I'm not mistaken, they will chase you.
If I saw a snake in the water, I would never stop screaming.
Got downed trees out here.
What do you want to bet there's alligators?
I'd be kind of disappointed if there was no alligators. Here's a dragonfly.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's so beautiful.
Wetlands. Plant communities that are sometimes covered by water are called wetlands. What you see here is a freshwater wetland. Wetlands filter and purify water, replenish the underground water supply, and act as a natural sponge during flooding. Wetlands are also important for wildlife, providing shelter and a source of food and water. It's broken. Very nice.
It's very nice. It's so peaceful. We have not seen another soul.
I hear a truck somewhere off in that direction, but there must be stuff just outside the park. So pretty out here. Hey, honey. There's a turtle just past that middle closest leaf. There you go. See?
Oh, yes, yeah. Is he getting a nibble on that leaf?
I think he's just getting air. There's a dragonfly. And it's just gorgeous. Many people see wetlands as a place to drain and get rid of and develop.
No.
They really are beautiful. They're here for a reason. Say we walk across this bridge. Here goes that crane. Oop, he's landed on the thing.
Oh, I don't want to scare him.
He'll be fine. There's another one. There he is.
And this just ends, right? You turn around and go back.
Oh, I guess we'll find out. Here we have lots of water plants. This is like a salt marsh, but it's fresh marsh. This is what he was walking around in.
Oh, the lily pads look pretty strong, I guess. Or is it not deep?
I don't think it's that deep. It's just deep enough to hide everything that will bite you. There's a blackbird. That's a crow. Stop 13 didn't make it. I think I see a park bench up here. And look at that marshy area out there. Amazing. Did we take a wrong turn somewhere? There was only one way we could go.
No. There were two ways we could go, and we went on the bridge.
Yeah.
And that was 27. Now we're back around. That's 28, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe that was 29.
So water lily, which we just saw a lot of. This floating aquatic plant has a showy, fragrant white flower that blooms in spring and summer. The round, flat leaves are shiny green above and reddish beneath. They grow on long, air-filled stalks, which arise from underwater stems buried in the mud. These popular plants are found in quiet, freshwater habitats. Waterfowl often eat the seeds. Okay, so we are going back across the bridge just to get our bearings, just to see what's up here, because we don't quite know for sure.
Because we made a right turn, and it looked like there was more to see.
Okay, so we're back coming out where we came into the marsh area. And from this way, there's only two ways to go. There's one is the way we came, and this other way, which does not seem to be marked. I just don't want to go down a fire break instead of a trail. But let's see. but I have a feeling I know what it's gonna do. I think. But Stacey's right, there should be a wayside of some kind, and there's not.
You can tell a difference. Like when we first made the right turn onto the bridge, I thought it was like a side deal, but you can tell.
If you find this GoPro, upload it and tag at DTR Brian Mallard, and this will be our final episode. Oh wait, there's a wayside. Looks like Stacey might have been onto something.
We're just trying to turn our 2-mile hike into an 8-mile hike.
So far you're doing a fantastic job.
See, this is 29. Limpkin, see, we didn't see this, we would have missed it.
No, we would have missed it.
Limpkin. The wetland bird gets its name from a limp-like gait. A medium-sized wading bird, it has brown plumage, heavily streaked and spotted with white. Found in freshwater swamps, it feeds mainly on snails. The loud wailing call is often heard at twilight and at night.
Nice. I wonder if it's related to a loon.
Oh, maybe. Maybe it's the southern version of a loon. Do you have loons down here?
No, I don't think so.
That's what I mean. Like maybe it's some kind of version.
So back in the 80s, there was these records. Like before records went away and then came back, this was like records. And it was on cassette tape too, but it was Dan Gibson. And it was nature, environmental tapes and records. But like, unlike the ones today, it didn't have music. It was just the sounds of the environment. And one of them was Listen to the Loon. And like By Canoe to Loon Lake. There was a whole slew of stuff, but these were the two I remember, and I heard the loon on there. It's just these beautiful.
Okay, loons were a plot point in a young adult book I read as a little girl. And it was like, these girls were camping and they were eating s'mores and they hear these terrifying screams. But one of the girls is eating a s'more and she's like, loons. And they're like, what? She's like, it's loons. That's how I learned about loons.
Fun!
I don't remember anything else about the book.
So we each have a loon story.
Yeah, it frustrates me though, because I just remember snippets of, I read a lot. I mean, I read a lot, so.
And she still does, by
Yeah,
the
I
way.
still do.
The purple martin, this member of the swallow family, is an agile flyer. I think we saw some of those on the boardwalk back there. It's an agile flyer, catching all its food in flight. It even drinks on the wing, scooping water from the surface of ponds. The male is dark blue-purple, while the female is duller with a light belly. People have provided hollow gourds and elaborate nesting houses for so long that martins in the east no longer nest in natural cavities. Wow, they've been ruined by people leaving out gourds. They're like, where's my gourd? I'm not supposed to nest without a gourd. So you can't turn back now, you gotta leave the gourds out. Welcome to the 6-hour-long down the road. Bats. Big brown bat, silver-haired bat. Our only true flying mammals, bats, have thin membranes stretched between long fingers, which serve as wings. They have poor eyesight and are active mostly at night, using a series of high-frequency sounds and echoes, or echolocation, frequency sounds and echoes, or echolocation, to see. Bats eat large numbers of insects, so install a bat house in your yard for reliable pest control.
A possum. The only marsupial found in North America, this mammal is known to scavenge for food in trash cans and dumpsters. Though often spotted near roadkill, the omnivore also hunts insects, bird snakes, and even chickens. Fruit, nuts, and grass are other dietary staples. Playing possum refers to the animal's involuntary comatose-like state induced by extreme fear as a natural defense.
Huh. Didn't know that was involuntary. Little guy can't help it.
That was interesting.
But they also eat ticks. Like, possums are your friend. If you see a possum in your neighborhood, don't call pest control, don't kill it, don't chase it away. It's eating varmints. It has a symbiotic relationship with man.
Yeah, I guess like those helpful memes leave out the chicken part because they don't want people to have an excuse to kill them because
Oh yeah.
they need them for the mosquitoes. Hovering, darting, and soaring through the air near marshes or open water, the dragonfly hunts and catches small insects on the wing. Able to turn its head in all directions, it can scan 360 degrees with its huge compound eyes.
About 2 to 4 inches long, its body is slender and usually brown or black in color, often with colorful markings. Thin, almost translucent wings are held straight out when it rests. A powerful flyer, some species have been clocked at 60 miles an hour. Wow. I could drag race a dragonfly. Alright, so we've got something going on up here.
There's another wayside.
Okay, so looks like this might be a fire break. Oh, it looks nice. I see the lake over there, but by now the marsh is way down there, you can see it. Eastern fence lizard. This medium-sized reptile grows from 4 to 7.5 inches in length. It ranges from gray to brown and sports rough raised scales. A common and widespread lizard, is found in dry woods, prairies, and brushy areas where it feeds on insects, spiders, and scorpions. So this trail is interesting. Kind of sinking down in the sand. This trail is interesting because it's a mostly level trail and it's easy, but it's also a workout. Sparkleberry. Ranging from shrubs to small trees, these beauties are covered in white bell-shaped flowers in spring. Come summer, shiny, bitter black berries appear. A favorite of wildlife. Spot a crooked trunk, shaggy reddish bark, and twisted branches, and you've found North America's largest species of blueberry.
Ooh.
Up here we have buzzards.
Oh, look at them.
And up there,
Oh my God.
it knocked down a branch. Wow, I did not know. Wait a minute.
Are they dropping projectiles on us?
No, it,
Pterodactyls?
they were up in that tree he flew
We
off of.
wandered into Jurassic Park. Run.
All my own thinking is there's buzzards right above us and they're collecting. Do they know something we don't?
There's probably a deer or something in there. There's another wayside. As long as there's a wayside, what could go wrong?
As long as there's another wayside, we have a chance of survival. Not today! Not today! Sanitary Warbler. With striking yellow-orange coloring, this large warbler is thought to be named for clerks in the Roman Catholic Church whose robes were bright yellow. Also known as golden swamp warbler, this songbird prefers dark, damp lowland woods. The eyes are black, in sharp contrast to the bright plumage. The narrow black bill is sharply pointed.
Is there a bird that's saved by grace alone? Are there any Protestant birds?
How about reformed birds? Yalpan. Yalpan is an evergreen holly. The leaves have wavy edges but are not prickly like the Christmas holly. The red berries, which appear in fall, are a popular food for many songbirds. Local Indians made a tea called the black drink from the leaves of this tree. The drink caused vomiting and purged their bodies before long journeys or battle. The leaves often contain high levels of caffeine. High levels of caffeine. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I'm taking the one most traveled by. Screech owl, barred owl, red-shouldered hawk, red-tailed hawk, osprey, bald eagle. These are the birds of prey of this region. It's a 2-mile hike.
Yeah, and I know when you're hiking it's longer than on like a road, but still, and we've been stopping a lot.
That's the thing, we've been stopping a lot.
It's been very, very worth it.
And like out here you got this clump of dead tree. And out in this kind of area, this would be a habitat for all kinds of animals. We just want to make sure it doesn't end up being a habitat for us. Tomorrow. Why the heck am I so sore?